welcome to Witchcraftin'. I am your hostess on Fridays. And first of all, I just want to say I hope you all have a very blessed Samhain, Halloween, and be safe, but have lots and lots of fun. And today I figured I would show you guys how I make my witch's bottle. And I usually do this, it's usually right before the Celtic New Year, Samhain, or on Samhain itself. But because, for one, I'm going to be pretty busy on Samhain this year, and for two, I wanted to show you guys, yeah, how I make my witchy bottles. So I figured I would go ahead and do that for this craft this week. And it's going to be the last of the Halloween crafts. So I hope you all enjoyed those for this month. So yeah, I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with witches bottles, and I'm sure a lot of you probably do them. This is just how I make mine, and you can do it however you want. You can use whatever objects you want, whatever crystals you want, whatever kind of herbs you want that represent protection for you. This is just what I do. So first off, you will need a bottle of some sort. I use this bottle. It's just, I think, the perfect size to fit everything that I want to be in it. And you can use any kind of bottle. You can use any kind of jar. You can use plastic container if you wanted, tin container if you want. I mean, it doesn't really matter, just as long as it has a lid. And if you are going to use a candle to seal the wax, the cork or whatever, just make sure it's something that you don't mind getting wax and stuff all over. I probably will not be doing it this time just because it is such a mess, but I will show you, if you've never done it before, how you can do it if you would like. Um, I also am going to be using a few different types of herbs. I am going to be using chili peppers because to me, chili peppers is a very protective herb. I am going to be using bay leaves because it helps keep negativity and, bad stuff away. It keeps it at bay, basically. I'm also going to be using star anise because star anise is a very protective herb and it helps get rid of unwanted entities. I'm going to be using rosemary because rosemary is very protective. I'm also going to be using juniper berry because, again, that is something that keeps negativity and evilness stuffs away. I'm also going to be using rice because rice is another very protective ingredient. I'm going to be using sea salt because we all know sea salt is probably one of the best protection ingredients that there is. And I'm also going to be using just a tiny bit of my black protection sea salt that I made. It has cayenne pepper, or is it cayenne pepper? Chili peppers, sorry. It has chili peppers, eggshells, some herbs and stuff in there mixed with sea salt. And if you really don't know how to make black sea salt, you can go to my personal channel and I have a video up there of how I make my black protection salt. Okay, I think that was it for the herbs. Oh, no. I am also going to be putting a little bit of sage. I have this sage stick that I tried burning and it's so really loose that it's kind of a dangerous burn. So I'm just going to break it up and put some of that in there. Okay, so for the other ingredients that I'm going to be putting in there, I have 5 different types of stones because 5 is a very protective number and it's also an odd number, which is, what most of us witchies go by. I have citrine because citrine helps keep everything energized. You don't have to keep constantly feeding it if you don't have time, so it keeps everything kind of still doing its witchiness. I have clear quartz crystals because, again, that kind of absorbs negativity. I have carnelian because it's another really good protection herb. And I have garnet, which is another good protection, not herb. Did I say herb? But stone. And then I have turquoise because to me turquoise is a very protective stone. Let's see. The other ingredients that I'm going to be putting in there is I'm going to use black thread and I'm going to tie it in a knot 3 times. Um, when I don't know if you guys are familiar or not, but when I tie knots or string or anything, I always say from the protection from the maiden, protection from the mother, and protection from the crone. And I'm going to tie it 3 times while I say that, and I'm going to also put that in the butthole. And then I also have a very tiny little mirror, if you can see that, to help kind of send any negativity bouncing off and back to whatever it's coming from. And then I'm also going to put 5 little craft little pins for, sewing or whatnot. You can use safety pins if you want. You can use nails, anything like that. And I also have a very, very old skeleton key that I like to put in there because to me they are for protection. They keep things, locked out. Let's see. You can also put strands of hair in this if you want, nail clippings if you want. If you're into blood magic of any sorts, or if you use, your own blood for anything, you can put a drop of blood or, a few drops of blood in there if you want. Just make sure that you, cleanse your area that you're going to prick and stuff, so be sanitary. Um, so, first off, oh, and you will also need a taper candle of some sort if you are going to seal the lid or the cork. I am probably not going to do that this time, again, because it's just really, really messy, and I reuse this bottle over and over again every year, and I really just don't like having to deal with the wax. But if you want to do it to seal it and make sure nobody opens it, then you can do that. Let's see. I also have a funnel just in case, because some of these herbs can be a real pain in the what to get inside of a bottle. Okay, so the first thing is I always like to do them in layers. You do not have to do it in layers or make it look pretty. You can mix it, shake it, do whatever you want with it. I, on the other hand, try to make it look somewhat okay because I do keep this out in my, witchy room and stuff. So that's another thing. If you are still in the witchy broom closet and you don't want people knowing that you're doing this kind of stuff, you can get, uh, you know, bottles that are not see-through, colored thick bottles. You can put it in containers, decor bottles. You can hide it in your closets. It doesn't have to be right out where everybody can see it if you do not feel comfortable with anybody seeing it. And some of us, witchies, also think that it's kind of, not a good thing to have people see it, so they hide them. I don't hide it. I put it in my room because I just feel that it just gives more power off that way and kind of keeps people who do not need to be nosy in my witchy area. Again, that's your preference. So I'm going to go ahead and put my rice in. Let's see. It's kind of like my feeler too because the bottle being so big, I don't want to use up all of my herbs and stuff. So it's kind of like a filler. So we'll start off with that. That'll be the first layer. Um, I usually wait until about the middle and then I will put in my needles or pins, my key, and my string in my hair, and then put more herbs and stuff on top. But again, you do it however you want to do it. You can also put your intent into it every time you put an herb or an object in it. Pretty much empowering and giving it its orders basically of what you're protecting if you want. Or you can blow life into it. I usually try to blow life into it. That way it's got, my essence in it, and it's basically the Kickstarter of getting it going. That's just how I feel about it. So I'm going to do that really fast. The next one I'm going to do is rosemary. That's done. The next one I'm going to do is going to be the chili peppers. And then, let's see, probably to fill that up a little bit more, I'm going to go ahead and use my sea salt. Alright, and then I'm going to put my bay leaves in there. I'm probably just going to crack up a couple of them. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit. Oh, I didn't. Oh, well. I'll do it after this. Put a little bit of my protection black salt in there. And then I'm going to put a couple of star anise in there. Okay. And then I'm going to put the juniper berries. And then I'm going to put in some sage. Alright, now that those herbs are all done, I'm going to go ahead and start putting in my stones and crystals. Now I'm going to put in 5 of these little pins. Okay, and then I'm going to put the mirror in there. And then I'm going to put my key in there. And I'm just going to kind of, there we go. Just like that. And then now I'm going to go ahead and do the string knot. Okay. Protection from the maiden. Protection from the mother. And protection from the crone. And then I'm just going to put that in there as well. Alright, so that is the first layer. Now we are going to work ourselves backwards. So the last thing I put in there was sage. Okay. And that is how I make my witch's bottle for protection. Now you can write runes or sigils or any magical letters or words, anything that is protection to you all over the bottles if you want. You can, print things out and put it on your bottle. You can put different colored ribbons around your bottle. You can put a black ribbon around with a pentacle for protection, or any other kind of charm that you considered for protection. Again, this is totally up to you. I will probably put a black ribbon around here with a pentacle charm, because to me the pentacle is very protective. I do not put runes or anything on here because I don't want to ruin the bottle. But if you don't mind doing that, then do that. You can even write some stuff on a little piece of paper and stick it in the bottle too, in the middle with everything else if you really wanted to. It just gives it a little bit more of an oomph. And this would be the time that you would want to drip, wax around the lid or the cork to seal it if you want. But again, like I said, I'm not going to be doing it, but that is another option that you can do. Let's see. Okay, so this will, of course, be up on my, can't think, sorry, near all of my witchy working areas, and it will be there safe for a whole year. Now, say that I was, getting ready to make a new one. How you would get rid of the old one is there's so many options with this. You can take the stuff that's inside and sift it or whatever, and you can take the pins out, the key out, any objects that you want to put in your new bottle, you can take it out, and then you can bury the rest of the herbs and stuff that are in there, because obviously most of them are biodegradable. But because it is rice, uh, I don't want, birds and stuff to get a hold of it because it's really not good for the birds or the animals because it swells in their belly. Or if you're using a herb that is not good for critters to get a hold of. What I do is when I have my Samhain bonfire, I will dump whatever herbs I have left, from the year before into the fire itself and releasing that, you know, protection power, words of prayer, whatever you do, releasing it and then starting over again. So, it's up to you what you want to do. I've known people that have just flushed it down the toilet. I wouldn't really recommend that because it's kind of, you know, disrespectful, I think, because it's protected you through the whole year. You can put it in a mojo bag and then throw it away. You can put it, um, wherever. But again, I like to throw it in a bonfire because that way none of the poor critters get a hold of the rice and stuff and it does not swell in their bellies and make them sick. So, sorry, that was probably a little bit longer than I wanted it to, but I wanted to go step by step just in case if there were some of you that have not done this before and do not know how to make a protection witch's bottle. Okay. Um, on Samhain, I will put this on my altar and I will say a few words and empower it and kind of bring it to life for the whole year. You can feed it and empower it anytime you want, but again, the citrine in there does help. So if you don't have time to do it, it's not a big deal. It'll be fine. You can even add some dragon's blood in there, and that will even amplify that even 10 times more. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this, and I'm sorry if I yapped your little ears off. And I hope you all have an amazing Samhain and Halloween. And stay tuned because right after this, I'm going to post the winner from our giveaway. Talk to you guys next Friday. Bye. Okay, as you guys can see, I have the names of everyone that had entered. There's not a whole lot of you that entered, but hey, that's fine. Just gives you guys a little bit better of a chance of winning. We have Hedgewife, Lilith Moon, Michelle Moonlight, Magia Bella. I hope I said that right. Sorry. Night Spells, Jessica Gibson, and Azteca Healer. I probably did not say those names right. I apologize. But I am using random name word picker. And let's see who the big winner is going to be. Fruit Machine. Let's do the Fruit Machine. Names are still there. Go down here. And dun 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 dun. It is Michelle Moonlight. Congratulations. Yay. If you've seen some of our videos, you will see what we put down for each of us that is going to be giving some of our wonderful crafts away. You can go back and look at some of our videos, and at the end of our videos, we were showing what we were going to give away to the winner. If you could please message me so I can get your address information so we can send it to you. I guess what we're going to do this time is we're each going to send it to you directly. So when you give me your address, I will be giving everybody else your address so that they can send their packages to you. So it's going to be like Yule for you. You're going to be getting quite a few packages in the mail. And congratulations again. And to the rest of you, I'm sure there'll probably be more giveaways, you know, one of these times we may surprise you. So keep watching. And I hope you all have, again, an amazing Samhain. And I will talk to you guys all later. Bye.